This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so Sayed, you must have this curriculum document. This is the like I'm sure you have the one which is shared by
Yeah, I have it.
Shweta. Hmm?
Yes.
So this is what I have drafted, and based on this document, we will start. I have covered almost all the 16 modules, 17 modules, and first I just wanted to take one or two classes more theoretic, like more. Based on the conceptual based classes, so that maximum things you can drag it, and then second third class we will move it to the lab, so that at least you will have a much understanding what we are doing in the lab. I understand, I know you already have a prior experience on this backup technology, but if it suits, we will go in this way, such a way. So like first module was the introduction of networker, which I have already maximum things covered in our first interactive class, but let's start with the introduction here. So there are a couple of learning objectives I've mentioned. Uh, what is network, why it is used in the enterprise level, why it is like so demanding. We will cover it. We will have already covered this network component and their role here also. I'll try to explain so that because this is networker components are something which is very important to understand the networker overall architecture or overall workflow, how the things works. So we will give more focus. I'll try to give like easiest way to remember it, what do's. Then we will go to this backup operation workflow, and I'll explain the networker licensing types, how the networker works in enterprise level, what licenses is required, and then the understanding the concepts of full data zone. Let's first, a data zone is like something which includes certain networker server, a full infrastructure based on this site. So we will also cover these things.
Okay.
Mhm. If you have anything, any queries, anytime, feel free to ping me, call me, or say anything. Like if you have, feel free to ask. Okay.
Okay, sure, Aditya.
And so all these things we will cover for the networker 19.14. I've created this document for 19.14 as it is the latest one. So like my main objective is to give you as much as things you can get. So
Okay.
as I said, like this is this Dell EMC networker. It is a like legacy. Earlier, it was formerly known as Legato networker, and it is one of the oldest enterprise backup and recovery software altogether for large organization, which covers like a wide range of databases, file systems, workloads, all together in a single management control panel. And that single management control panel, when I'm saying, it's like you can understand it by the name of NMC, which is network management console. So under that you'll cover maximum things under a single uh, control panel.
Okay.
So here when I said networker, so the more core component of a networker are like networker server, storage node, and client. So here I tried to give you an understanding how the things are. Like networker server is the brain, or you can say it is as a conductor who will conduct or who will maintain every actions whatever you have given to it. Networker server will read and write and will check and will do the things. If the networker server is down, nothing will work. Then comes like storage node. Storage node is the transport way, or you can say that stage crew moving data, which will help you to push the data to the target devices, backup devices. Okay. And the clients are the source of data, like whatever we are backing up. And here is data domain. Generally we in all this training we will consider is a data domain, but in device section we will cover maximum devices also. But right now I'm considering data domain, we have a backup target. So data
Okay.
domain is the backup target where data lands, or you can say that the where backup data lands. In case of any disaster, any happening, we can retrieve from data domain. And then NMC, as I said, is the mixing console where you can see and control everything. So these four are the I would say architectural or core components. However, three are the main. If NMC is down, you can understand, because NMC, when I'm saying NMC, it is network management console. So if NMC is down, you can work, backup will work, things will work backend, but you cannot see it. However, if networker server is down, nothing will work. If the storage node is down, then only the clients will be impacted whose data is going to that devices which are connected to the storage node. Okay,
Okay. Got it.
I hope you have
Yeah, I got it. Got it.
moving further, what is the core architecture. So networker uses a client server architecture, and there are two main things. You can say that altogether it is a networker metadata, which is very much responsible for any backup or restore jobs. Basically, it is for the restore jobs, but if it is any backup jobs also depending, yes, it is responsible to backup jobs also. So when I'm saying networker database, there are two databases. One is the media database, and the other one is client file index. Media database generally captures the data of a backup where it sends. Let's first say we have a machine, ABC machine, and we have taken a backup on tape or in DD. If it is in tape, there are certain volumes. If it is in DD, there are certain entries or the devices where we have taken. So all this information collects and stored in networker media databases. So in case, let's first say, now you can link it with a recovery task. If there is any recovery, then media database will be checked first. If media databases are available, they will track down the things that this data is available in this data domain or in this tape volume, and you can restore it. So this is something which is very much important. Then second thing, client file index. So same thing, client file index is the exact location of the data backup media database, or it finds all the sets where the sets are available. That's why say we have a backup of 1 TB. It cannot be accommodated in one volume. So it is the arrangement have done 15 GB, 60, 70 GB in this disk volume and this disk volume based on it. So it will capture the backup information. Let's first say we have taken a backup of any file system or any virtual machine on the data domain, and when we are finding where the database where the backup happens, so client file index will give you all the information, and media database will give you the information related to the media.
Okay.
Okay. And the same thing, key components, I've created, as I already told you, networker server, we call it the brain, as it manages everything in backend, from taking a backup, from doing a restore, also making clone jobs, everything's are run at the networker server end, and the main daemon. So see, networker server is an you can say that a main component of a networker. Now there is a daemon runs behind it, or you can say that some binary jobs runs behind it which controls everything. So the main component of a networker server is NSRD, and this thing you need to remember it further also, in later classes, what daemons are responsible. So if let's first say you are having an infrastructure and all of a sudden nothing is working, you can log into the networker server. First things you need to check whether the NSRD is running or not. If NSRD is running, that means the server is up and running. So this is the
Okay.
daemon, main daemon, which is responsible for it. We will discuss the daemons also in later classes. For all the daemons, there are like important 17, 18 daemons, 12, 16 daemons, I guess, which will be responsible, like which will be helpful for you in troubleshooting. When you do any sort of a troubleshooting, they'll help you out. Same, I've covered networker server as the networker server console, the GUI management. It gives you a way how to click like a GUI. You can understand like a graphic user
Yes, yes.
interface. Same thing, networker also give you a management web UI. You can use it via an HTML resource. If you want, like just go to that browser, open an HTML, you will get the things also. Storage node, we have already covered. Medium to connect to the data domain or the target devices, whatsoever the target devices is, or the backup storage. We said these terminologies are same almost. And networker clients are like device machines where we need to take a backup. So for taking a backup, to install a networker client software. So everything like for a storage node, we need to install a networker storage node thing. For networker server, we can install a networker server. So this is all thing we will cover in the next implementation thing, how and what sequence we need to install it.
Okay.
And same data domain tape libraries are your devices where you will take the backup. So for as I already explained in the last class, so for VM backups there is an appliance we need to install it, which is called vproxy appliance. It is an OVA file which we deployed in VMware, and it will track down all the machines in that ESXi host, and using VMware API data calls, it will take the backups. So this
Okay.
is the way to backup virtual machine appliances. Give me a second.
Yeah, sure.
So next, going to the data zone. So data zone, here it is showing a data zone is the management domain of a single network server. It includes all the client storage node. Large enterprise may have multiple data zone as per data center managed by a single NMC. So I'll show you in the NMC console, but here you can understand it by the hierarchy. Let's first say we have a organization based in India only, and they have 500 clients, and we are taking backup all 500 clients in 5 data domains altogether, or 3 data domains altogether, via one network server and 4 5 uh, storage node. Each storage node is connected to data domain. So this is like one data zone. When a site have same, when a company or organization have same sites in different, let's first say one side in India, then the other side in Malaysia, the other side is in Europe. So they have multiple sites. You can link all these data zone in a one managed NMC. This is what the data zone understanding says here.
So it will be for a specific geographic location.
Yes, site
Or
wise, you can not geographic location. Let's first say if you are doing replication from India to Malaysia, then it will not. But site wise, you can consider it.
okay,
Let's first say this networker server manage all these 500 clients. Then it will comes in one data zone.
okay,
So yes, then on these basis, it would be like site wise or a geographical. Nobody will manage the India clients to from Malaysia server. So, but yes, replication and other things will work in such a way that we will discuss it later.
okay,
Now come to the licensing part, like how the networker server works. So there are a couple of licenses works in networker server. When I say couple of licenses, both like one is capacity based and the other one is socket based license. And just a second. Yes. So, but nowadays, mostly capacity based license. So it is a licensing file. They will give you based on the network server. Let's say you have one site and you have already taken a Dell subscription and Dell full package from the sales team, and they will give you a networker licensing file based on the networker server name, whatever you will install in your site. And the licensing file will depends on the capacity of the backup you have taken. Let's say you have taken a 100 TB license, then it will take 100 TB of backup. You can take it. But once you install a networker server, it will give you like 45 days of grace period, I guess. Yes, 45 or 90 days of grace period. Like 45 initially, then it will extend it to the 90 days of grace period, and you can use the networker services backup. But restore, I think, will not work. There are some limitation in the grace period of
Okay.
files. So this is how the networker license will work. So today I have only one screen. Actually, I'm traveling. I'll next time I'll try to give you the lab also simultaneously in the other screen, because today I want to give you a more understanding, like what all are
Okay.
the things and how the workflow related things. I'll explain this to you.
Aditya, can you please share this PDF with me?
Yes,
So like
I
I can
I'll
go
definitely
through it.
share you the PDF. However, I just wanted to share you this link first. I'll share you the PDF later after this call.
Okay.
I- Where's the chat? Where's the chat?
So like no need to take a running notes, right? I can check the documentation
Yes,
or
you can check the documentation. I'll give you this full PDF which I have drafted. It's like 100 pages of thing. However, I have shared you one KB article. If you can
yeah,
open
I'm
this
opening.
article, just the link I have shared you in the
Yeah, I'm on the page.
I'll cover
Info.
dot yes, I'll cover 19.14
Okay.
networker. So will this will give you overall all the documents from licensing to update to that release note, administrative guide, then the security configuration guide. But all these things are in very deep. See, this is like in security configuration guide, you will get things like how what all the vulnerabilities, what is the best way to configure it, and all security things. So I have taken all the modules and covered maximum things from it. However, if you want to study more or dig into it, you can go and get it from here, everything.
Okay.
But it will give you in very deep, like what all are the SSLs, TLS. But this will be helpful for your further work, like in future. Everything is there. Installation guide is there, then virtual edition guide is there, everything is there. So you can download all these guides or you can use this KB article, uh, whatsoever you want to do. And apart from this, I will share you this also PDF. But I need to draft it more, like I'm still working on it. So once I'll draft it, I'll complete it, I'll share it to you. Or
Okay,
give
sure,
me
no
one, two
problem.
days.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Aditya, one thing. So like networker server will it will be installed in VM in production environments.
So there are this will cover in installation also, but I'll tell you there are certain things we can do it. We can install it in virtual machine also. We can install it in a physical server also,
Okay.
and we can use it Windows also, Linux also, RHEL also, or Sishul. There are so many things we can do it. So
Okay.
all these things I'll show you in implementation thing. But basically people use Windows or Linux. If they use Linux, then they will only use networker server on Linux. They have to install an MC in Windows, so they will use another server for NMC. Then it will be like altogether four component or four machines they will use, at least one for a client, at least one. However, there are hundreds of clients in any networkers example networker site. The second thing, the storage node, they can use same Linux as a networker server storage node, or they have to use a different storage node. If they have data domain, most probably they will use different storage nodes, Windows storage node. Then they will use networker server for Linux, and then they use NMC for Windows. If a person wants to go networker server on Linux. Else, if on Windows, you can use networker server as a Windows machine. Same machine, you can use it as a storage node. If it is in a small infrastructure, same machine, you can use it as a networker server by just installing all different binaries.
Okay.
Okay. So real production examples, like real world production examples, I think I have already covered, but let's go with each one by one. A global bank with 300 networker server uses a networker with six data zones. So here it is like America, EMEA, APAC, and two each. Okay, so there are two in America, two in EMEA, and two in APAC. All data manages, all data zones are managed from a single NMC in their primary NOC. So that's what I've explained you. If they
Yeah.
have different, they can use it from one NMC. How they can use it? Once I'll install that NMC, I'll give you all these things. We will repeat. We'll as it is only 100 pages and we have like a good amount of hours to cover it. We will like review this thing couple of times.
Okay.
So ninth one, the another point is a healthcare organization uses networker and data domain as primary backup tool and LTO8 tape library for 7-year retention. Data domain boost reduces backup window from 6 hours to 90 minutes. So this is also we will capture later on, but I'll explain you. So there are two things, data domain and tape library as we have considered it right now. So why data domain is the best way to take the backup? There is a data domain boost service. Like if we install a networker client, we will install a networker client package and DD boost service also will get installed. So this is like a binary or an API at the net client and data domain end, which will send the data very fast. Like this is the, you can say that USP of the data domain when it comes with the networker server, DD boost capacity.
Okay. So
So
this
if
DD Boost will be installed on data domain, this
it is
component.
already in data domain is an appliance. So everything is already installed as a pre-existing. Whenever you will purchase a data domain, you just need to configure it once. The data DD boost services, DD boost username, admin, that I can also show you in the lab how
Okay.
you can configure it in the data domain. Once you have configured it, it is like it's moreover like enabling the DD boost services. Now, whenever you will create a device in any of the storage node with this data domain, the devices will be DD boost. And when you install the networker client package, there is a service like there is an extra binary, or you can say that a file which will get installed at client side, so that a communication you can understand it in such a way. Client end, we have a DD boost binary. Data domain, we have a DD boost binary. And there is an REST API call which will send the data in a best medium way.
Okay.
How
Right.
how the DD boost works? There are certain things of the data domain boost, like it works on deduplication. Let's first say we are sending a data. It will already track down the metadata and understand whether it is a new data or a old data. Then also it will make some cache. So there are certain things on the data DD boosts which enhance this
Okay.
capability of doing the same thing in lesser time, which is the reason people are using data domain. However, earlier, I guess 15 years back or 20 years back, people only use tape libraries. So the tape libraries will take too much time to write down the data. But tape library is like in enterprise level, it is a LTO, like long-term retention thing. So if somebody is making backup or want to store certain data for 15 years, for 20 years, then there is no need to store it in data domain, because data domain is generally people use for organization use for less, like shorter retention, 1 year maximum, three
Okay.
months, 6 months, in such a way. If you want to store the data for 7 year, 10 years, then definitely you will go with tape libraries or cloud, long-term cloud. So
Okay.
this is what they have tried to give you. So there's also one more. This is good, like real world production examples, giving you a maximum things which we can get it. Like let's first say we have a retail company which protects 400 virtual machines by using vProxy appliances, and the image level backup runs nightly. So they have a certain backup window at night side. There they will run all the image level backup. We will learn what all are types of backups in VMware things, but I'm just giving you an image level backup as a backup which will capture all the images from the virtual machine disk, and will give you in network will give you an option to restore as a file restore. So try to understand backup window will take certain hours in the night, and if you want to restore any certain file, want to search where the certain file will is running, or where the certain file is, it will it will give you an option to go with file level recovery, file level restore. You can enter the file name and will find out where the file exists, and will give you option to restore only file, not the whole virtual machine. So this
Okay.
is a file level restore. Actually, I work in night shift, so I
Oh,
generally wake up around 12:30.
okay. Okay.
How about you?
And Aditya, currently I'm not working these
Acha.
days. Yeah.
Mm, mm. So you're looking for it, or what? You want? Are you taking
No,
time, or क्या plan है
yeah,
आपका?
currently just I want to look for opportunities, but in the market they are asking multiple backup tools. Like so, my plan is that once at least 50% of it is done, this course,
Mm, mm, mm,
so
mm.
then I'll look for opportunities.
Yes, for networkers, like networker, there are so many opportunities with Norwen. I'm sure you must have seen,
Yes.
and there's so many opportunities in Bangalore, Hyderabad. Actually, I'm based out in Gurgaon,
Okay.
but I worked in Hyderabad. I've been Hyderabad for 2 years. Been Bangalore for 3 years almost.
Okay. I'm
Such a
based from Hyderabad only. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I stay in Toli Chowki, Gachibabli,
Yeah.
Manikonda.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Still have friends there. Nice place, Hyderabad.
Yeah. With a lot of traffic.
And this
Oh,
is something you'll
that,
find everywhere, like traffic,
yeah.
congestion. But still, like mm, food would good. Not good for
Okay.
vegetarians. I am vegetarian, but
Yeah.
still,
Okay.
like things are
Okay.
good. Okay. The next manufacturing firms run Networker on Windows Server 2020 for Networker server and Linux RHEL 8 for storage node with client using this. So this is also I gave you an example, uh, how different things can people use. Let's first say we have an manufacturing firm. They want to use Networker server on Windows for Networker server, but they want to use Linux or RHEL for storage node. So they can use Linux or RHEL for storage node, and they may have Windows, Linux, Solaris, AIX, or VM. Any of the clients they can take a backup. So this is what any enterprise backup tool will do.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Uh, we'll cover this common interview questions also. The two core services. Yes, all these questions, Sayed, will definitely help you in cracking the interview. They will definitely ask for all these small things like what is the main core databases used by networker. So if they are said there, you can say that the networker metadata or networker databases are media databases and client file index databases. If any of the things will lose, it will you can try to build the metadata bases, or if the metadata bases are not available, then the restore will not work.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can use ask for what is the difference between storage node and a networker client, so you can understand as a networker client as the machine which will take a backup where networker client packages are installed. However, storage node is a medium to access the backup devices or the target back data devices where the backup are stored.
Okay.
What is a data zone? They hardly ask, but this all questions I have taken from this first module, troubleshooting. So yes, so as I said, like what if media databases get corrupt? Let's first say you got a restore ticket. They are saying that they want to restore a certain file from any file system client like a Windows client. They want to restore the D drive ABCD file. Let's first say, and when you are doing this recovery, or when you are browsing the data, validating where the data is written, it is not going to the next step, or the restore is not happening because it is showing media database corruption. So what you will do in this scenario, you have to stop the NSRD services, stop the networker server, and just we need to run a NSRCK command. It is like a command to rebuild the media databases. I'll give you the command everything in later, but here as it is asking for the troubleshooting scenario from initial introduction, like initial understanding of components. So it is like if the media databases are corrupt, yes, we have an option to rebuild the media database. How? With this NSRCK command. This is also in people will like ask in interview what how you can restore, how you can do the restore from a corrupt database. So then you can solve, you can rebuild the metadatabases with NSRCK command. There are certain other commands also that I will tell you. as it is shown. If severely corrupted, restore from NSR resource or use scanner command. So it depends like what corruption has done. Let's first say some have older data, their corruption has done. So it depends like how the things scenario wise. But you can start with NSRCK command. If it works, then it is fine. Otherwise, you can go to that resource directory and run a scanner. It will also rebuild the things.
Okay. So,
Same thing like how you can do the client file index. Same way, you can go to that directory, run the nsrck-c command. It will verify the index integrity, and then you need to run nsrim command to remove like nsr expired set. So this is something. Let's first say a save set is expired, but it is not remove. Expired means mm, let me give you an example. Same way, we have a machine, ABC machine, we are taking a backup for 7 days. But seventh days, the backup get expired. Networker server will check as every day there will be a service in networker server. It will check what databases are expired or what are still there. So if any database is expiring on that day, it will mark it as expired. But it will not remove from the data domain until and unless the data domain cleaning will not work. However, you cannot restore the things directly. But in such a scenario, you have an option to rebuild that client file index and restore it if it is not cleaned from data domain. So how people will do, let's first say, this is like something very usual. It may sound strange, but we have a machine. I'm taking backup on a daily basis, or we have retention, short-term retention for certain file, 3 days, 4 days, but we are doing data domain cleaning weekly. Then we still have 2 days of option. So in such a scenario, you can rebuild the things and claim it.
okay.
Lab things later on we will. I'll show you. I'll try to explain you. Hmm. These commands also. Right now I'm just giving you an option like how this command will work in sr admin fnp and srexcd. So this is so for everything. Let me tell you, in networker server, whatever we are doing, let's first say we have installed the packages. Now we are creating a client in networker server in an mc console. Everything will be done backend by some command also. So let's
Okay.
first say your GUI is not available. Let's first say your NMC is not working, but still from networker server via command line you will get everything. We have a command like in networker nsr watch. uh, this is, so this will give you a whole view of nmc in command line. nsr watch will give you like what all services you have running. uh, Everything will give you. I'll show you all these commands. We will
Okay.
run these commands in lab and give you all these things. But here I'm just trying to give you what all the major commands in sr admin -p and srexcd. So it will give you to the client index. Now going to that client, you can make all the changes whatsoever. You can do it in GUI. So when these commands are helpful, when you're doing uh, one instance, let's get a request to create 50 clients at a in 10 minutes, or you want to create 15 clients. So every time you go to the networker server, right click, do things, and it will be a lengthy process. So by this command, just giving exact values, you can create the things easier or faster way.
Okay. Got it.
Same thing NSRD. As I told you, what is NSRD? It is the main daemon responsible for networker server. Okay. So while running an srd-d command, you can start networker server daemon in a debug mode. Same
Okay.
mminfo command. So this command will give you a query of media databases. Let's first say mm, how you will go. You have a Linux machine. You have taken a backup. Now you want to show what all are the backups you have taken in last 10 days or with respect to this client so far. Say you have onboarded this client last year on same day and it's been like 365 days, or you wanted to know what all are the things you have backed up and currently available. So you can use this command mminfo-q client. Same thing we can do it in NMC also. But NMC same time, like certain clients, it will be more tricky. If you want to crack down all the details in a way, then people use mminfo command.
Okay.
I think first module is covered. Yes. What is the change daily operation basis? Okay. So as you have already asked, like where we can deploy, so always deploy the networker server on any dedicated hardware or a virtual machine, because as it is like the operation is too high IO system, CPU system, everything is too much, so that you can basically advise if you have a virtual machine, at least that you can use a virtual machine on a dedicated host, or you can use a physical server also.
Okay.
Never share it with the production workloads. Like for in never advise to use or deploy networker server in any other machine which is already in production. You can use your networker server on production, but don't share it with any production workload.
Yeah, yeah. Aditya, how much compute is required like for this networker?
Yes, there is a full networker requirement guide that I'll also share you.
Okay.
Uh, I've given this compute details to Mithil. Just a second, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So, yes, at least like for a lab also, we need 4 CPU, at least 16 GB RAM. These all
Okay.
things at least. But for higher production, there's a guide. I'll share it to you, and it will give you all the details of what all are the version based on the version based on the things. It vary.
Okay.
So yes, there's one thing very important. It's good they have mentioned it here. Backup the networker server itself. When you are doing, see, uh, why people use, like why enterprise use networkers backup, because it backups the whole net infrastructure. But what about the networker backup itself? Let's first say your networker backup is crashed. Let's first say your virtual machine where you have hosted the networker uh, thing, it is not running, or the physical machine where you have installed the networker server, it is cracked down, any disaster happens, then in that scenario what you will do? So it is always recommended, or it is there is a default networker policy also, bootstrap policy, to take the backup of networker server itself. In case anything happens on your networker machine or networker server, you can restore the whole thing via bootstrap backup. It will restore the networker things as well, plus index backup as well. This is critical for disaster recovery scenario. You
Okay.
understand like what is bootstrap backup?
No, no, Bootstrap, like I don't get it.
So bootstrap here, it means backup of itself. See, as you understand, like
Yeah,
what is
the backup
networker,
of
right?
networker server, VM.
Yes,
Is it?
the back. Yeah, no, not the VM. Hmm. So let's first say you have a virtual machine. We have hosted networker server in physical virtual machine, physical machine, not virtual machine, physical box. And we have VMs on a different host, different box hardware. Okay. What if in case network server get corrupted? What if in case your net box is not able to open, that hardware where you have physically installed the network server is not running up? That in that scenario, networker is enough capable or enough intelligence that it can take their backup also in data domain.
Okay.
So how this bootstrap backup work? There are certain scenarios where it is very useful. Let's first say you have a physical server. Now you want to restore the things to another server, or you want to migrate it from this site to that site. Then you can take the bootstrap backup, rebuild this same machine, another site, restore it.
Okay.
It will also help you in migrating the network server as well. And
Okay.
disaster recovery also, and or in migrating. Same, every backup will, why people take backup, why enterprise takes backup, it will help you in migrating the machines also.
Uh, yes, got
You
it.
can take a backup, you can restore it there. Okay.
Okay.
And so this is also I've covered you, like how you can plan network as server and EMC on the same host in smaller environment. If it is more than 100 200 clients, then you can separate it, because the workload, it all depends on the workload. If your machine, if let's first say you have plenty of resources in your network server, good amount of compute, good amount of CPUs, everything you have, RAM, then there's no need for it. If you have a crunch, then it is always recommended to separate your NMC, because while opening NMC also the services will run, the throughput, input IU, everything will work. So the best practices is, if you do not have resource resource crunch, then you can plan it separately. If you have resource crunch, then you have to manage it accordingly.
Okay.
So as it says, monitor NSR index and NSR directories size weekly. They grow over and fine. So what is NSR index and NSR These are the earlier we have understand that the core databases of networker. So the core databases, media databases, and client file index. These all are the databases which is stored in networker server itself. So if you have a networker server of 1 TB, then we will allocate like 500 GB of space to networker server or networker or we will give you an extension like NFS or CFS share onto this, so that it will grow. And this is something which is very important for a backup and restore, as this is the like media main databases for networker server. So always recommended to monitor these directories. If they are expanding or the size is increasing, then you have to give space to it, or can fill it by adding a disk, or by expanding the size. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Document, this is something, network server release document version change from this. Important notes for the important network 19.14 is the latest release. Yes, as I am already told you, the latest release 19.14, and we are going with it. Also explained you like how the networker in first class, that networker version name change. So till 6.7 it was named as Legato, then moved it to networker 8. The 8 dot every series comes like 8.1, 2, and so on. Then 9 dot series came, and from 9 to 18 and 19. From 9 to 19 directly in 2019, because they want to change it with the name like year wise, but Dell never maintained this thing what they planned. So
Yeah.
but this was like their concept on the release versions.
Okay. So I think architecture is also same like for previous versions.
Yes,
Uh,
architecture is almost same. The only thing is how the things changes, like in networker 8 they have VADP, like a legacy thing which uh, for VM backups, as I told you, na,
Yeah.
currently in VMs we use in network we use vproxy appliance. So earlier the appliances was not there, so they use a VADP method, a different transport method to take a backup of a virtual machine. As the things evolve or technology changes, they have changes the things, but altogether all over architecture is was same. It's
Okay.
just that new releases works on the new network release works on the new operating systems or the new workloads,
Okay.
but whole over the architecture is same.
Okay.
Yes, the NSR directory in the heart of networker on Linux. So if you'll install the networker on a Linux, the NSR directory is the main directory which contains databases, index, logs, everything. So if you have a Linux networker server install, and let's suppose somebody will ask you to collect the files from Linux networker server, then you have to go in this NSR directory and so on. After this, there are certain direct subdirectories also, and it will give you the page to logs, to index, to everything, to binary. Everything is in under NSR directory. So NSR directory is the main directory of networker server.
Okay.
Yes. So uh, I think you might have understand. Like till now, whenever we are saying NSR, it is like a networker prefix. It is generally used for NSRD, NSREXED, NSR watch, whatever related to the networker storage resource, it will give. Networker services resource, it will start with NSR.
Okay.
Okay. So just a small summary recap for this. Networker is a client server backup platform. The main brain is correct. Uh, Networker server, which holds two main databases. What two main databases are? Media databases and client file index. Storage node handles input output operations of the backup workflow, backup transport. Sorry, client sends data in MC. Here is how you manage everything. Data domain.
Okay.
Tape is for long-term retention. The data domain is your management boundary. Okay. I think I've covered maximum things. And are you able to
Yeah, like
like?
I'm able to understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. I'll go slowly, but like my main objective will give you to give main things, or to make your basics strong. If your basics are strong, then you can like link the further things as well. Let's first say if your basics are not strong, then it will be tough to do anything. Like let's first say you want to troubleshoot it, and you are not sure which services you need to restart or why the services need to restart. Let's first say if your backup for single machine backup is not working, but other backups are working, then you need not to touch your network server, because you understand this is something related to the this virtual machine only, or this client only. So with the basic concepts, it will like it will be helpful for further troubleshooting and things. So today I just wanted to go with one module only. And
Okay, fine, Aditi. Sure.
uh, if you have any queries, like anything in this first core first module, you must have another document or the syllabus which is shared by Shweta,
No,
Sandeep.
I have like in that only we have the topics. Like
Topics. So you can see, as they have said to you, so you can check that document also if any topic you need accordingly. However, I have covered maximum topic, but
okay.
still, like if there is anything you find out that this is not mentioned or you want to know, feel free to ask. Like,
Okay, sure.
That also. According to that document, if we go, we have covered everything from introduction of networker, correct?
Uh, yeah, I've not seen it. Just a moment.
Hmm. Check it. Just a second. Huh?
Okay.
Yes. So overview. Check.
So in the shared document, first module is introduction to network. Huh?
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
See overview of a networker concept. Yes. See, few things RPO, RTO. I'll go with the modules, but I've also like planned in certain ways. Whenever the scenario comes, na, you'll get a better terminology things.
Uh,
So
yes.
architecture I have covered, components I have covered. Scenario wise, I'll give you RTO, RPO, retention things, or whatever the backup types. Full incremental covered in backup types. Networker server concepts I have covered. Storage node things, client, media databases covered, client file index covered. Yes, I've covered the first module. But still, if you think anything is left or you want to ask, feel free.
Yeah,
See,
I
I'll be
think
Mhm.
yeah, no, no, there is one point below supported platforms overview and compatibility considerations.
Yes. So I'll share you that eLab Navigator. There is a Dell. I've mentioned it. I'll give you the
Okay.
link also. Give me a second.
No, this is regarding like a what all uh, data types we can protect using network. Okay.
Yes. What all are the things we can protect, and what all are the documents available? It is like moreover about a networker or a Dell support platform where you can try and get which database, which things it is supported. Let's first say it's not never like see always there is a I'll tell you exceptional cases also. So let's first say somebody will ask you, we have a physical machine or we have a machine, you want to take a backup, how you will do? So if somebody will ask na, try to ask first things what type of a machine it is. First foremost thing is we need to check the compatibility of the machine, whether the machine is compatible or not. People use like end of supports machines also. Let's first say somebody have 2008 Windows server which is not at all like compatible with any of the machines right now. So first and foremost thing, you need to check which databases they want to cover, whether the databases are compatible. If the databases are compatible, check with the operating system.
Okay.
is compatible or not. Everything, like also I want to share you this eLab navigator. Really for Windows, if it is Windows 2018, 2016, yes, they are compatible, but still you have to check the Windows edition. For taking any backup request in enterprise level, the first foremost thing is to check the compatibility. If somebody will ask you in questions in interview also, you want to take a backup, what is your action? So just tell him, first of all, we need to check the compatibility. If the compatibility or the in the eLab navigator, this is the eLab navigator. I'll show you the link, KB article. I'll show you here maximum Dell KB articles. So as it is a Dell, so
Yeah.
100% authenticated. Always go with the Dell or product based things.
Okay.
So here you can go with the links. There are so many, but I think it will require Dell support portals or Dell support user. eLab Node. I don't think it will work here. And with this, no, it will not work here. So with this, you can log in and check the compatibility of various things, and based on it, you can do. So I think the last option is more over on document, platform overview, and compatibility consideration.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's close it for today. First
Yeah, yeah,
day.
sure.
So let's
Sure,
go
Aditya.
far. Do
Yeah,
you have any other availability also?
yeah, yeah, basically, so like we can like start a little bit late also as per your convenience. So
You tell me what time you'll be more comfortable.
no, 12, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. is also fine, or 12,
12, I guess.
12 is also fine for me.
So, like, so how I'm planning? I'm planning to cover like daily 1 hour, 2 hour, so that will not give you much load. You'll not get confused. See, my main agenda, to be very honest, is my main agenda is like make you more comfortable on networker. At least you'll get more understanding, and then later on, if you have any queries apart from the training also, you can reach out to me. I'll be very helpful every time. But at least 30-40 hours of span, at least you'll get a better understanding. I don't want like I'll go with the document, I'll say, and it will feel like, oh, I'm not able to understand, or something missed off, or oh, it's boring. So that is not what my agenda is. At least cover my minimum things, but in a maximum throughput.
Yeah. Yes,
Hope you
yes.
understand what
Yeah,
I'm.
yeah, I got it. Yeah, yeah. So we can connect at any time, 12, 1, 2 is also
12,
fine.
12 is fine. 12 is fine. Like
Okay.
12, 12 is fine. Okay.
Okay.
And then we will do daily basis 1 or 2 hour session. Mostly we will try to cover it in weekdays. You have availability on weekends. Sorry, Saturday, Sunday. How?
Yeah, I'm
What
available.
do you like?
I'm
Okay.
available on weekends also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See you.
Okay, then thank you, Aditya. Let's connect tomorrow.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Yes, we'll connect tomorrow. And give me 1 or 2 more day so that I'll add few more things. These are important links also in that same PDF, and then I'll give it to you.
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sure, sure. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Hi, Sandeep.
Hello? Hello? I'm audible?
Yes, sorry.
Hi,
Hi.
Sandeep ji not here right now.
ठीक है, कोई नहीं। ये आज का सेशन मैंने कंप्लीट कर दिया है।
Okay,
मैं
okay.
एक बार संदीप से बात कर लूंगा। कल शायद 12 बजे का सेशन रखेंगे। थोड़ा सा बहुत जल्दी हो रहा है। वो कंफर्टेबल है। सैयद से बात करिए।
12 o'clock. Okay.
हाँ हाँ।
I'll share
मैं
the
बात
link.
हाँ,
हाँ
मैं
आप
बात कर
बात
लूंगा
करिए.
संदीप जी से। ठीक
ठीक
है।
है.
ओके, थैंक यू।
Okay, thank you.